Hey everyone, and welcome to our first community updates in quite some time. We've been not doing these streams. We've switched to a Creator Corner, a Tutorial Tuesday, Happs Takeover, and the Stream of the Week show. But there were some things that happened yesterday, last night specifically, with regards to the platform, and we wanted to do a quick update to let everyone know where things are with regards to fixes for that, and moving forward, what's going to be happening to solve for what happened yesterday. So, as some of you may have experienced last night, what I'm referring to is there was an issue with both view counts on streams while live and also giving awards and trying to give awards. So, as of today, as of right now, both of those issues have been resolved both on the desktop platform and on mobile. So, we're excited to report that that has been solved. Um, However, some of you may have questions about whether or not your awards that you clicked on actually went through to users that you were sending them to because your coins were being taken off.
Inducted.
Uh, so, in most situations, they in fact did go through, but our team is doing the best that they can to take note and track down all of those awards so that anyone can be reimbursed their coins if they so need to, or they can be transferred to the appropriate streamer. So just keep an eye on your coin balance to see if you get anything back. For those of you that were streaming last night, keep an eye on your earnings to see if you did get the awards during the stream of that you were streaming last night, where you were having issues with awards coming through. So that's the first issue with regards to giving out awards. The second issue is the view counts. So as I'm sure some of you noticed, your view counts were stuck at zero or close to zero last night, and maybe even this morning. That has been resolved, and all of the view counts have been restored, meaning that the information wasn't missing. Um, they were just not displaying properly. So that has been fixed, and that should also fix all the view counts of previous streams as well. So nothing more to do there on that front. Um, but yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. Helen, yeah, we are aware that some of them, not all, aren't showing up in the earning sections for users. And so that is exactly what we're doing. We're not hoping, we are going to be refunding the coin balances to users that were giving awards during those streams last night, as I mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
And then lastly, Peter, you have an update on the My Feed and trending section, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So first of all, just hello to everyone. Thanks for dropping by. Great to see you here in the comments. If you are watching, let us know where you're watching from, and we're excited to connect with y'all here and do one of these updates. So we do have our team working on the feed issue. Currently, some users, when they are live, are not appearing in the My Feed section for their followers. So this is something that our team is working on right now. Uh, it appears to be impacting users regardless of whether they are on desktop or mobile right now. So that's what our team is currently spending all their resources on engineering wise, and we will let you know once that is resolved. You could tell your followers as kind of an interim to make sure they switch the tab over into trending. All of the streams that would normally appear there are appearing there. So that's a good way for them to check as well if they are seeing everything. So go check that out. And yes, appreciate everyone who's let us know about this issue. It has been right. So Anne saying, yeah, I get people that don't sub to my feed and vice versa. So yes, the feed issue is being worked on by our team right now, and we'll update you all as soon as we have confirmation that that's been fixed. But for those of you just joining, oh, thanks, Brent, for the award. Just to recap, so there were some issues last night after release with a couple different functions on the platform. One, awards giving, right? And some of those weren't going through, particularly on mobile, we noticed. And uh, so you may have accidentally sent more awards than you wanted to because it wasn't registering on your end as a user trying to give one to a broadcaster or creator. So we are taking stock of all of the incidences that happened, and we will be looking to refund folks who may have accidentally or mistakenly given multiple awards. So keep posted for updates on that front as well. Also, the view counter seemed to have been impacted on some streams too within the last 24 hours. They were registering as zero for a few, including in replays. This issue has been resolved along with that awards issue. So those have been completely resolved, but the feed issue our team is working on right now. Full steam ahead. Great. Does this explain the unusually low viewer numbers for me this morning? Yes, likely it's very possible that that is the cause, Andrew. It's just the tediousness of my stream. Not sure what you're streaming. Sorry, I missed that. Was probably late at night my time here, but I can't imagine it was too tedious. Let's see. It happened to me. I gave lots of awards and deducted it, but I didn't see any of them. Got it. Right. So, James, yeah, we will be pulling all of the data for users who gave awards last night during the period where this issue is happening, and we'll make sure, yeah, to refund those to your coin balance. So, yeah, our apologies. Thank you so much for your understanding, guys. We are just weeks away from a complete revamp of the mobile app as well as desktop. It's going to be so much more exciting and improved and intuitive for both creators and viewers. We're really, really looking forward to it. We'll be able to provide more updates soon on that front, but a lot of our team's resources have been going into this rebuild essentially, which is going to be a really next level experience for the whole platform, regardless of device. So thank you for your patience. That's part of the reason why these things have popped up within the last 24 hours here, as our team has been focusing on that to make sure that we have a really awesome new version of the platform here soon. So thanks for bearing with us. We're really, really excited for the next few weeks ahead here. Yes, glad you are as well. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Um, Great. And let us know if you have other questions, concerns, or you're happy to take some questions here. CS, any updates on the portrait mode / aspect ratio or audio improvements coming? So, yes, CS, we can confirm that there are some definite improvements in audio quality coming in the not too distant future. So, our team has been really working on that. As far as the portrait mode aspect ratio, uh, if I recall, you were using OBS to go into portrait mode, and there was some stretching. That is also on our team's backlog. That is likely a little bit further back than the audio improvements, as far as I understand the current list. But they're both on there certainly. Chris has a great question. So the beta period will be over when the new is launched. So that is a good question. So we're not sure exactly what date we will leap from beta into just Happs, but it is certainly getting closer every week here. The relaunch will be a huge step in that direction, and we'll provide more announcements when we're ready and we're feeling 100% that it's not beta, it is the real deal. But yeah, we're getting closer all the time. Great. Okay. Yassine, hey, great to see you. What about playing music and broadcast? So, Craig, I'll refer to you to our terms of service as far as music rights and things. Yes, if we, let's see here. Will RTMP go back on the roadmap after the relaunch? So, great question from the Med. Thanks for that. Right now, I'm not currently aware if that's going to be on this immediate next relaunch here, but I think that the solution for right now for desktop is using OBS, as you're able to bring in the audio and the video feed too, using virtual camera into the Happs studios.
It's also important to note that despite the fact that we're really excited about this relaunch, it's going to come in steps and increments, right? So like you're not going to get everything at once. So just because the relaunch has a date doesn't necessarily mean that because that is now out, we can start focusing on things that were put on pause or moved to a later date. So just keep an eye on that. You'll know. I think it'll be very obvious where things are once you get your hands on the new version. But just something to keep in mind on that front as well. Um, and then, Victor, you're asking about updates and statistics. Can you be a little bit more specific with regards to what you mean by that? Tim Conrad. So that is a question we've had a few times. We are still in the process of testing for Reddit, specifically because it is a platform that has a lot of users that pop into streams, and it makes it difficult for us to monitor how things are going. There are some things that do really well there, as I'm sure you all are aware of, and there are other things that don't do so well there. So we're trying to figure out the best possible strategy for that. Um, and moving forward, you'll probably hear a little bit more from us. We're still testing. We're getting different types of content out there, but it's worth noting that it only works in portrait. So if there's someone that streams primarily in landscape, just something to keep in mind on that front as well. And yeah, we're really excited about the streams that it has worked for. A little disappointed for the streams that it hasn't worked for because we obviously want it to be successful for you all as members of our community. But we're gonna get it figured out.
Great. Yes. And if you have any other questions about that, feel free to email us. We are still, yeah, commencing testing on that front and slowly expanding those tests. Here is my email address. Feel free to send me a note there. Deborah has a question. Why can't new people subscribe with uncommon emails? So,
I think they mean create a profile. Deborah, if
hmm,
I'm not mistaken, you might be the user that tried to create an account with an email that had a dash in it after the at symbol. It's not a issue of why can't you. It's more of we those are very uncommon emails, so they weren't built in. But they will be, as I mentioned in our response to you. I think last week the team will be looking to implement those, but for the time being, I would just suggest using a more common email for the time being, and you can always change your email address in the future if you so need to. So once that is available, you'll be able to change your email back to that. Will YouTube be able to see responded comments to them from Happs? Aaron, right now, what is happening is if you hit reply in the comment section to that comment, they'll get a notice that they have a response waiting for them in Happs, so that they should open up Happs and then go look at that response. However, I don't think it's possible to send a comment from you to YouTube every single time you respond to someone from Happs. Nor can we
right.
send a Facebook comment that goes to Happs to YouTube. It's a little bit more complex than that. Um, but yeah, you can do that. You can respond, and they will get a note of saying that they should go over to Happs. Victor, statistics, reports, retention to viewers, where do they come from, etc. Oh yeah. So that's a really great question. Yeah, all of this will be coming in the future. Right now, as Peter has mentioned, the focus is on the relaunch of the app and platform. Um, and a lot of those things are on the list to bring in to that. CS, can we have more than one account here? Yes. So long as you're not using those accounts to game the system of awards and coins, as stated in our community guidelines and terms of service. So you can have you can have more than one account as a creator, especially if you're someone that wants to create multiple types of content, and that's a good way for you to keep them separated, but just make sure that you reread the guidelines and terms of service with regards to that, etc. Oh, um,
Nice. Team pages soon. So, good question, Aaron. Happy to discuss team pages. So those have kind of been phased out right now, mainly because there's not really a clear benefit to most average creators on the platform. So Teams pages were a way to essentially have multiple creators under one sort of discoverable uh, brand page, for example, or something like this. Um, it's not currently on the roadmap to be expanded from there. I'm not sure if it would really benefit you, Aaron, or the Call Me Asha, which is awesome. But I'm happy to chat with you and discuss more one on one. Let's see here. Good to know. Thank you. And no, I will not tip myself, Peggy. Yeah, we just, we have a system for detecting when folks are gaming the system with awards and stuff. So please don't trip it. We don't want to have to, you know, take action against anyone. But yes, just be aware of that. All right.
Yeah, if there's any other questions, please feel free to drop them below. We'll be live again at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time to cater to the afternoon audience. I know that for the most part, when we go live in the morning, we get a lot of folks from Europe joining in. So glad that you all are here. But if you do know someone that has questions or has had an issue, please let them know to come to the 3:30 p.m. Pacific time stream so that we can help answer those questions live, as I'm sure it helps to hear from us directly when it's happening. Um, Alrighty. Yeah, I
Joseph, yeah,
think
we
that's
appreciate that. We appreciate everyone's patience and understanding here as we're going through this transition over to the new system in just a few weeks here. So we will provide updates once the feed is completely up and working again. And yes, keep an eye out as far as awards. If you accidentally gave multiple awards last night in particular or early this morning when we were experiencing that issue, you should expect an email within the next few days here to sort out a refund. We apologize for that. Is that a
mhm.
sleeping beagle? That's a
It
great
is, yeah,
question.
right around here.
Yes. Which reminds me, I have to buy more coins. Yay, more coins, support more
Same,
creators on
same,
Happs.
same,
Love that.
same. Yep. All
Awesome.
right, everyone.
We'll see you soon.
Just a reminder, we will be live again at 3:30. If you have any further questions that you'd like to be answered, or you can always email us. I'll drop my email down below, but the safe bet is to just email contact@haps.tv. That'll be where you can get either one of us on that front. But if you have any questions for us specifically, we'll go ahead and leave our emails down in the comments below. And we will see you again at 3:30 p.m. There will be no tutorial Tuesday today, mostly because we wanted to make sure to answer these questions. It was pretty hectic last night trying to solve for those two issues. So we'll be live again at 3:30. Offer up some updates, hopefully some more updates to regards to the feed. And then tomorrow we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program with a takeover, but it's more of a concert. So tune in
Yes, Habs
here.
concert
Mhm.
tomorrow, mañana, from 3 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. We got a great lineup. It's going to be from the Haps account. We're going to have folks coming on for 30-minute sets. Going to be really, really cool. Hope you can tune in and join us. And we'll publish more details about that lineup and schedule that post here later this
Yeah.
afternoon.
And if you're a musician in the comments now, please note that there was an opening. So the 4:30 p.m. Pacific time slot is now open for 30 minutes. So if you missed out and didn't get to the sign up sheet in time, just a heads up that you can go ahead and go and fill that time slot if you're available. But with that, we'll see you all again later today and tomorrow for that concert. We're really excited.
Nice. And here's the trademark smile, Andrew. Pretty sure that's what it looks like. We appreciate you all. We will see you back here in a few hours, perhaps. If not, hopefully tomorrow for the Haps concert. And yeah, I got to work on that smile. Is there a status update?
Oh, sorry. We had one more question. So
Whoops.
Raven, thank you so much for adding that tutorial.
Psych.
And is there a status update for RTMP? No, we do not have an update. I strongly recommend watching the replay to get a little bit more explanation to that answer, but right now there is no update on that. But we will see you all later today with more of this and hopefully some more updates.
The countdown. This time, it's for real. Wow, Bern, thanks. Andrew's such a flirt. I know, right? Adios. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Cheerio. We will see you back here soon for another edition of Updates. We appreciate you all for joining us. Have a good one. Thanks, Bobby.